Alright, so let's take a look at a and an OR inequality. Uh, so example, solve, state your answer in interval graph and interval notation. So state answer in graph, interval, and set builder notation. Now, okay, take a look at, see where the problems go. All right, so here we go. So 4 minus x less than minus 2, or 3r minus 1 less than minus 1. Oh, not r, x. 3x minus 1 less than minus 1. All right, so when you see or, this is the OR inequality, you basically now have to solve the two sides independently, right? So on the left, I would solve the left one. So let me do this in black on the left and different color on the right. So on the left, I'm going to subtract a minus 4, and I get minus x less than minus 6. And now I'm going to divide by a negative 1. And if I divide by a negative, I know I have to switch the direction. So then that gives me x is greater than positive 6, because negative over negative is positive. And so we have OR here in the middle, we have OR there in the middle, and now let's do the right side. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, and I get 3x is less than 0. That's fine, 0 is 0, good number. And then I'm going to divide by 3. Now the difference here is I don't have to switch the direction because 3 is positive. And I get x is less than 0. So there is my answer, right? Answer. X greater than 6 or x is less than 0. So let's see if you can graph this. So to graph, remember, OR means both answers, combined answers together, right? So here is the 6, here is the 0. And so the first one says x greater than 6, so that means open circle at the 6 greater than to the right. And the other one says x less than 0. Again, open circle, and less than means to the left. And there is your graph. And what about interval notation? Well, since there are two different pictures, you're not going to be able to combine them. You're going to have two different interval notations. This left one starts at minus infinity and goes all the way to 0, and both using parentheses. And then the right one starts at 6 and goes to positive infinity, both using parentheses as well. And we could use this symbol in the middle for all. And set builder. Well, that's x, line, x greater than 6 or x less than 0. You could also have used that symbol if you wanted. Alright, so to compare that, let's do an AND problem over here on the right side. 7x minus 9 greater than negative 23 and 5x plus 8 less than 23. So again, solve the two sides independently. So I'm going to add 9. So I have 7x is greater than 23 plus 9. What is that? 14, negative 14. And then I'm going to divide by 7. Now it's a positive 7, so I don't have to change any directions. And I get x greater than negative 2. So and so here I'm going to minus an 8. And I get 5x is less than 15. And I'm going to divide by 5. And I get x less than 3. Again, I'm dividing by a positive, so I don't have to change direction on my inequality. So this is the answer. maybe we can simplify it a little bit. We'll see. I think the picture is really helpful to see if there's any simplification that's possible. So let's see. Let's draw these two. So on the left we have -2, open circle, and x is supposed to be greater than that. Now remember, and is common ground. And let me do the one on the right in red. So here is 3, open circle, to the left. So what's common? So the answer is this. This is what's common. So from here to here, that's the answer, right? That's the answer. So if I were to draw the answer, just the answer, it would be this. Negative 2, 3, there. This is the graph. That's the graph. And if I were to talk about interval notation then, well, it would start at -2 and end at 3, both using parentheses. And if I were to talk about set builder, then that would be x such that, okay, so you could use the original answer in there, but the better way to write it is to use the -2 and the 3 now that you have it, and say x is bigger than -2 and less than 3. So all 3 ways of stating your answer. Let's do another AND problem, because ANDs usually tend to be more troublesome than ORs for people. So solve again, and let's do all 3 notations on this one as well. So minus 4x minus 7 less than or equal to 5, and 2x minus 7 less than 7. Okay, so again let's solve the left side one. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Minus 4x less than or equal to 12. And I'm going to now divide by a -4. So now if I divide by a -4, I have to change that direction because it's negative. So this is x greater than or equal to -3. And so now on this side I'm going to add 7, and I get 2x is less than 14. Divide by 2, divide by 2. I don't have to change the direction because 2 is positive. I get that. And now let's take a look at the picture of this, because the picture actually is what tells us the answer, because you can clearly see it. So here is -3. It's a closed circle, and we're supposed to go to the right because it's bigger than that. And here is 7. It's an open circle. We're supposed to go to the left because it's less than that. So common ground, the common region, is starting at -3, going all the way to 7, not including 7 because 7 is not common. 7 is not in the red part, it's only in the black. But the -3 is in both because it's in the red and the black, right? So if I wanted a sort of a cohesive answer graph without all the work that it took to get there, it would be this. So here is the graph. And from the graph we can get the interval, which is easy by just looking at the left end. Oh, that should be a bracket. And the right end. And then we have set builder, which is we can use our interval notation to say, well, it's between -3 and 7. All right, hope that's clear. That's the end of this video.